Today I thought it would be fun to talk about next expansion, even though we know nothing about it yet, and how we still have at least 2 more patches and 2 more raids to go in Legion. But I think it's safe to say that whatever the next expansion is going to be called, we're going to be fighting, the Void Lords. It will be some sort of old gods type expansion, which would be cool. But I think there's some things that should be updated or changed. Just kind of a wish list of things that I want done, or hopefully will happen. First up, the auction house. The auction house needs an update. It's pretty bad at this point. I think even I think they even mentioned this either in like a Q&A or at BlizzCon. They mentioned that that the auction house's interface is pretty old at this point and needs kind of an uplift. I think they even recommended using add-ons to make it better, because right now it seems pretty bad. I know I prefer to use the auction house through the mobile armory app. It's a lot quicker and easier for me to do it that way than it is to go to Stormwind and look up what it is that I want to sell, see what it's being sold for, and then undercutting it a little bit. But at least on the app, I click on the thing that I want, it tells me, shows me what people are selling, that item for, and it automatically undercuts it. But yeah, I think it's about time that they gave it a facelift and made it more modern. Another idea that I would like to see them do is I would like to see another raid be... I don't want to say converted to a 5-man, because like the Karazhan 5-man that we got, that's not really a condensed version of it. It's its own thing. It just takes place in Karazhan as a 5-man. It kind of continued the story, a story that was going on in Karazhan. The Legion was interested in it. We knew that before, in the pre-event stuff, and eventually we got this dungeon version of Karazhan, which had a lot of the same bosses, and it took place in the same place and kind of gave it a twist too when you go to the upside down Karazhan section. But I would like to see other raids have that kind of treatment, where it's the same place but a different story is being told. I think that's the best way to put it. So like, I think maybe Uldor, Uldor, from the Lich King expansion, that could very well have a dungeon version of it where they're furthering the story of what's been going on there since we came in and fought Yogg-Saron. We get a little bit of this, and once again in the pre-event scenario, where we accompanied Braun to meet up with Magni in Aldor. And I think, well, while we were in there, you can hear, you know, Yogg. They haven't exactly gotten him under control completely. I mean, he's not giving us a problem, but it seems like that could be something, a little problem that could turn into a big problem. And maybe they could do a 5-man around that, where we're going in and helping to keep him under control. It just seems like, you know, something they could do. You know, it would be, you know, a dungeon that they, it's a place that they could reuse a lot of assets from, and I think it would be something that people wouldn't mind going back to in some form. Also, it would be maybe something different, you know, within the expansion too, whatever it's gonna be, because it'd just be like a side story, and it kind of relates if they do like an Old God, Void Lord type expansion. You know, it would relate to it, and yet it would be something different as well. I would like them to see them do that with other raids as well, you know, other raids. Just to be able to, like, go back to those areas and, you know, see what's been going on since we went in and did the thing in those raids. You know, what has happened, and it would just give the world kind of a feeling that it's alive, and, you know, time didn't just stop when we left. I don't want, you know, them to do it throughout the whole expansion, but, you know, maybe each expansion just pick a raid and do that with. Another thing I would like them, well, I would like them not to do in another expansion is, don't lock up, dungeons behind a rep wall. That was kinda shitty. I know in this expansion, in Legion, at the beginning there, where, like, the Nighthold, or not Nighthold, but the Suamar dungeons were behind rep walls. Not only that, they were, you know, mythic only. That's another thing I hope they don't do again, is mythic only versions of raid, or of dungeons, sorry. I mean, I don't mind if they want to do a quest line to unlock a mythic difficulty, but I think they should from the get-go have, you know, heroic, no, or not even really normal, but heroic at the very least, if they want the in-game content. I would like them to do that instead of putting them behind rep grinds. Another thing I would like to see them do is add a little bit of customization to character, you know, creation. You know, be able to do different color hairs and maybe some more hairstyles, and just a little bit more. At the very least, do, you know, hair colors. Give us a selection of different hair colors than what we have right now. Actually, I wouldn't even mind if what they did was you get what you get in the character selection, and then throughout the game you can unlock different dyes. Kind of like what they've done with the enchantment appearances, where they, like, drop from, you know, different bosses and different, you know, raids and dungeons and stuff. I think that might be even more fun. So then you have a reason to go back and do those things, and you might get a little, you know, be able to then go to the barber shop and use those dyes to, you know, change your hair color. I think that would actually be kind of more fun. It's just something I personally like. I would like, you know, to give my mage blue hair, or, you know, white hair, or that like arcane white hair that like Jaina had for a while. Or at the very least, like, have like the strand of you know, white like she still has. Things like that. I think that would be kind of cool. The last thing, this is something that I'm sure won't happen, but I think it would be kind of cool. If you remember the Broken Shore cutscene, actually just the, you know, Broken Shore, initially in the scenario that we did before Legion came out, you notice Megatork had that mech suit. That was actually pretty cool. I would like to see that as a hero class. A gnome I think they could adopt it too for goblins. But like a gnome goblin hero class. You know, mech hero class. I think that would be really cool to see. Maybe people won't hate gnomes so much if they did that. We still hate gnomes. But yeah, those are just some things that are kind of like on a wish list for the next expansion. I hope some of these get done. I'm pretty sure the auction house will. Blizzard themselves have said that it's pretty bad. So I'm sure they're probably working on that at least right now. But yeah, until next time, bye.